Hey guys. Look what I got! Just to let you know, I did some gummies before we started. But my son has these, so I figured I'm going to look at them. Because it'll give me something to do while I smoke. He's got all of these. I don't know what any of them mean. And then an adventure book, player handbook. Wow, you even have a whole book for a rule book. Usually rules are just 1 or 2 pages. Essentials Kit Rule Book. Wow. Cool pictures. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I don't know, you probably didn't even see it, did you? Definitely need these. Okay, let me see. Rule book. Creation steps. What's creation step? You guys know? I don't know. I have no friggin' clue. Did I like mess it up? Oh, page 4, not page 2. Okay, what is this? You have to follow the suggested steps. What are the suggested steps? Wow.
Good job. Good job.
Well, you know what? If you don't like reading, you're not going to like Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, this is, Player's Handbook. How many pages in this rule book? 64 pages of rules for Dungeons and Dragons. How many people have actually read through this whole book? That is crazy. Yeah, Thunderwear, I actually thought it said Tupperware. Web. I don't know what that means. What's web? Of course, I start at the end of the book. What do one of these things look like? I'm opening one. A kit starter set. Wonder if they're different. Okay, so the starter set. See? Look what the starter set has. 2 more books. What the fuck? Okay. This one is the Essentials Kit. This has quite a bit of things in it. So let's find out what is in it. So when are there this many dice for D&D? I thought you guys had one big one. One very, one like this but big. With 22 sides on it. Okay, let's see what is in here. Oh, this is kind of cute. It's got information pages. Look at that. Is the same? Yes, those are the same. Fighter 1, class level, strength. Oh, sword. I want that. Give me a second. Gotta take another hit. people actually play Dungeons and Dragons? Okay, I think these pages are all messed up. Are they the same? No, guess what? They are different. Oh, that's completely different. Did you want to see? Look, they're different. Oh, there's those ones. I wonder if the backs are the same as them. Those are the same. What is the, I don't want to bend any of this stuff. It's not mine. Is this the same as that one? Oh, I think these are like when you create your own character, maybe. I think that's the thing in Dungeons and Dragons, isn't it? You can create your own. Okay, now these two are different. One starts with 2, one starts with +3. Okay, +2. Oh, dwarf, human. You see? Human. So where'd the human go over here? I was a dwarf. Human. But you know what? They're different. So I think each one of these might be different. They are whatever you want them to be. So you got those in here. What else do we have in here? Ooh, I love maps. Don't know why, but I do. I love a map. Oh, look at that. Ain't that cool? I love it. So, do I try and pronounce that? Or no? I am not playing D&D. I'm just going through it to see if I can make any sense of it. And I already know how to read. Thank you. Dungeons and Dragons. D&D Beyond. Huh. Oh, so you know what my son did? I see what he did. He went through and he actually got the whole set. This right here. He got the whole set. All of it. All of this he got. Because that's everything in here. Oh, what's this? Is this another big map? Oh, this is for the Dungeon Master, I think. See, you know how you put this behind? You hide behind it, like, you know, it's a secret. Hopefully we get into that too and find out what that means. Learn as you go. That's right, damn it. Things you can do. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll start a D&D when I'm high. Would you guys play? I don't know what that emoji is. Are you laughing at me or are you cheering me on? I can't see things that small. What the fuck? You got to hold your button. When you click on it, hold the button and they get bigger. And then let go and it'll pop up as a big emoji. So then I can see it. Okay, let me see. Okay, I guess there's lots of cards in here. Some have numbers. So put them there. Some have... I have no idea. I'll read one in a second. Let me just get them separated. Oh, there's another number. It's actually quite a bit. More number. Oh, there it goes. Okay, numbers. No, some have numbers, some have words, people. Aw. There we go. You know, I watched this show, Ghosts, and he's a D&D fan. And he tried to do D&D online in one of his episodes. It didn't work. Did not work in his favor. But that's combat one. Ooh. Combat one. Item one. Okay. There's that. Yeah, this many of these and this many of these. Very big difference. It's like you're playing Monopoly or something. Okay. I'm learning how to play D&D. There. Did that for my son. But seriously, what the hell just happened on my computer? I must have hit my button. Give me a second. There we go. The Google search came up and put up their D&D kits. Now, with the dice we have, what do we have here? Wow. Okay. For the blue, we have, oh, they're all different number sides. See, this one goes, I think, 20. This one goes up to 12. And this one goes up to 7. This one, 8. Okay, this one's a regular 6. And then you have a triangle one, which I can only see going up to 4. And those are the blue ones. Now, what's funny is all these red ones. Look at this. Can you see how many there are? They're all different. Okay, we got, 4 6-sided dice of red. Oh, this one's weird. It says like 0, 0, 90, 30. And then one of the 6 funky shapes. A 20. A 12. Oh. Another 20. They got 2 20s in this one. An 8. And then the little pyramid 4. It's a lot of dice. Okay, so that's all. See, I gotta have visual effects. So let me see. Where's rule book? Okay, how do we start? Let's see. Maybe we could play D&D. What do you think? Get high and play D&D. Oh, that's a good idea. You know what? That's a good idea. I know what my next stream is going to be. After I get coffee and take another hit on the pen. I have the pens down there because I have the window open right here for ventilation. And the pens over there, they get cold and they don't like to work when it's cold. That was a good hit. Very, very good hit. I wonder if I can bring the camera down. I'm going to try. And maybe you can see the book too. Now, as far as I can bring it down. Oh, And it just goes up by itself. It's haunted. Have you realized? Okay, so just to let you know, before I started this stream, um, wow, I've been on for almost 15 minutes. Cool. Since I started this stream, before I started this stream, I took one gummy, 1.5 gummies, and I hit on a pipe. So, yeah, it's starting to kick in there. Okay. Creating a character, page 4. Should we create a character? What do you think? I think I should create a character. Where's page 4? There's page 4. Your first step in playing an adventure in the Dungeons and Dragons game is to create a character. See? We've got to create a character. Hey, do I need pen and paper? Should I get a pen and paper? Your character is a combination of games statistics, role-playing hooks, and your imagination. Well, guess what? I'm going to lose because I don't have an imagination. Good morning, Tab. Too bad you don't know who that is. Well, if you know me, you know who it is. But if you don't, you don't. Yeah, I thought of that after I said it. Yeah. Okay. Hey, this is a learning process for me. Even this live stuff. Okay, let me see. Game statistics, role playing hooks, and your imagination. That's right, because I said I didn't have an imagination. You choose a race, such as human or elf. Well, I want to be an elf. Or do I want to be human? What should I be? What do you guys think? Should I be elf or human? And a class, such as a fighter or wizard. I want to be a wizard elf. You also invent personality, appearance, and backstory of the character. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Guess what? I've only gotten through one paragraph. And remember, this is 69 pages long. Or did I already forget? It's 64 pages long. Okay, creation steps. Are you ready for this? Let me see. Follow these suggested steps, making decisions that reflect the character you want. Your conception of your character might evolve with each choice you make. Now, what I say, an elf and a wizard, right? Okay. In this session, we must use the term character sheet to mean whatever you use to track your character, whether it's a formal character sheet like the one that comes with this rule book. Well, I don't think one came with the rule book. Do you? I am going to have to see. Give me 1 second. I do not see a character sheet in this rule book. Okay, hold on. We got to find a character sheet. I know it's not in that one. That's too big. But okay, no. Got this thing going here. Let's see. Okay, it's got to be in here. It's got to be one of these. Yep, it's one of them. So one of these must be a character sheet. I don't want to break anything or rip any of this on him. Okay. Oh, that's the map. Oh, look at that. I think this is an example one because they have it filled in. They have Seraphina Tea Leaf. It's a Dungeons and Dragons game about imagination, and that's the name they came up with. They came up with Seraphina Tea Leaf. You think their imaginations could have done something a little bit different? That's not putting any energy into it. That's as bad as saying Maplina. Maplina, the tree elf. There you go. See? Didn't take anything at all. Even a kid could have done better imagination than that. Okay, now this one actually has all of these filled in. And these ones, it has nobody in. So what do you think I should name myself? What's the difference between an elf and a halfling? I do want to be an elf. A fairy. I don't know. What did we say? I better get back to that, huh? Because I got to read that in order to do this. Okay, let me see. Character sheet, because it's a digital record. To go D&D Beyond or plain. Oh, you could do it on a regular sheet of paper. So probably a notebook. Okay, every character belongs to a race. Okay. Many humanoid species in D&D. The most common player character races are dwarves, elves, halflings, and humans. Each race is detailed in the races section, page 7. Okay, so I guess we have to find our character there. What's page 7? Oh, they make you skip ahead. You figure if you're picking your character, it'd be on the same page as I'm telling you to pick a character. Races, dwarf. Okay, dwarf, what did I want to be? Human or elf?
You gotta go get the end of the drive. Oh, wow.
Okay. Dwarves, elves, halflings, and humans. What do I want to be? Dwarf, elf, halfling, or human? Elf. A people or otherworldly grace, elves dwell in places of ethereal beauty. Don't know the word, guys. Sorry. In the midst of ancient forests or in spires glittering with fairy light. Okay, I want to be an elf. Where soft music drifts through the air and gentle fragrances in the breeze. Elves encountered outside their own lands are commonly traveled minstrels, artists, or sages. Human nobles compete for the services of elf instructors to teach sword play or magic to their children. So if you're an elf, you turn into a teacher. I don't want to be a teacher, guys. Okay. Elf names. Elves are considered children until they declare themselves adults. Oh, that must be nice. You're a kid until you say you're an adult. sometime after the 100th birthday. Oh my God, you got 100 years of being a kid. Who wants to be a kid for 100 years? What the hell? Mhm. And before this period, they are called by child names. Little distinctions exist between male names and female names for elves of any age. On declaring adulthood, an elf selects a new name. Although family and friends might continue to use the child name, in addition, every elf bears a family name, typically a combination of other elfish words. Some elves traveling amongst humans translate their family into common, but others retain the elfish version. Okay, elf traits. Here we go. Let's see. Your elf character has the following traits: ability score increase. Your dexterity score is your your dexterity score increases by 2. Age. Although elves reach physical maturity at about the same age as humans, the elvins understanding adulthood goes beyond physical growth to encompass worldly experiences. An elf typically claims adulthood and an adult name around the age of 100 and can live to be 750 years old. I don't want to be that old either. Elves love freedom, variety, and self expression. So they lean strongly towards the gender aspects of chaos. Nope. Guess what? I don't want chaos, so I'm out. Elves range from 5 to over 6 feet tall and have slender builds. Oh, it says your size is medium. So I guess like you can't pick your size in this either, just like in reality. Okay. Let me see. Speed. Your base walking speed is 30 feet. Wow. Accustomed to. Okay, this is dark vision. I forgot to say that after speed. That's all it said for speed was your walking speed is 30 feet. Hi, hubby.
Hi. Sorry, I walked in your way.
Dark vision. Accustomed to twilight forest and the night sky, you have superior vision in dark and dim conditions. You can see in dim light within 60 feet of you as if. Sorry, guys. Carbonation is getting to me. Excuse me. Okay, where was I? You can see in dim light within 60 feet of you as if it were bright light, and in the darkness as if it were dim light. You can't discern color in darkness, only shades of gray. You have proficiency in the perception skill. No, is that saying you just have a sixth sense? You have advantages on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep. Oh, I kind of like that. You can't get roofied, people. Okay, trance. Oh, wait. Key ancestor. You have the event. Oh, that was the. You can't be put to sleep. Okay. Trance. Elves don't need to sleep. Well, I guess that's why they can't be put to sleep, right? Because they don't need to sleep. Figured everything needs, rest somehow. Instead, they mediate deeply. Meditate deeply, mediate. So what happens when words are split. Um, they meditate deeply, remaining semi-conscious for 4 hours a day. The common word for such meditation is trance. While meditating, you can dream after a fashion. Such dreams are actually mental exercises that have become reflective through years of practice. After resting in this way, you gain the same benefit that a human does for 8 hours of sleep. Oh, does that mean they actually do need sleep and they need to reword their writing? Because if it's the same thing as sleep, then they sleep. They're just calling it a different name. It's like us calling each other different names because we have different names. You can speak. Oh, this is languages. Sorry, guys. You can speak, read, and write Common Elvish. Elvish is fluid. That doesn't sound good. With subtle intonations and intricate grammar. Guess what? I don't think I can be an elf. Cerberus, high elf. Ooh. As a high elf, you have a keen mind and mastery of at least the basic of magic. In many of the worlds of D&D, there are two kinds of high elves. One type, which includes the sun elves of the Forgotten Realms, is haughty and exclusive, believing themselves to be superior to non elves and even other elves. Oh, that's conceited. The other type, including the moon elves of the Forgotten Realms, are more common and more friendly, and often encountered amongst humans and other races. Sun elves are Forgotten Realms, also called gold elves or sunrise elves. Well, that kind of makes sense. Oh, I'm not smoking, am I? See, I got caught up in D&D. I guess you can get caught up in it at any age. What do I want to smoke? Do I want to smoke out of the pipe? Do I want to smoke that or that? I'll take a hit on the pipe. I'll take a hit on the pipe. See? It's purple. We're not going to need another hit on the pipe for a little bit. Well, maybe we will. You know what I gotta get? I gotta get a pokey thing. Do I have a pokey thing up over here? Hey, hubby, can I get a pokey thing for my pipe? I think it's all stuck in the cap. Okay, while he's doing that, I am going to take a sip of my coffee. And then we'll continue reading. Please.
Copy.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. You all right?
I can't walk a straight line.
There we go. I hate that when it gets stuck in the cap like that. It's horrible. Okay. That's true. Let's continue the read. Okay, we did the moon elves, also called silver elves or gray elves, are much paler. Thank you, hon. Are much paler. If I can, where was that? Oh, with alabaster skin, sometimes tinged with blue. They often have hair of silver, white, black, or blue, but various shades of blonde, brown, and red aren't uncommon. Their eyes are blue or green and freckled with gold. Huh? I guess a moon elf has to have some kind of sunlight, right? We all deserve sun. Oh, wow. I think that hit just kicked in. So this is going to be interesting. But I can tell you one thing. I don't think I want to be an elf anymore. So I think I'm going to have to read on the other characters before I choose which character I want. And unless I choose which character I want, I'm not going to be able to pick a name. So I am going to take one of these. My son will probably never play this with me. But I am going to set up my own character for D&D. Which is pretty cool. Okay. We're going to need them because, like I said, there's two there that have already kind of been filled out by the company. And I think those are like guidelines. So we'll see. Okay. Ability score increase. Your intelligence score is increased by 1. Elf weapon training. You have proficiency with the long sword, short bow, and long bow. Bow, like bow and arrow? I think that's what they mean. It says cantrip. I thought it said catnip. I thought it said catnip. It don't. It says cantrip. You know of cantrip of your choice from the wizard spell list. Oh, you know one cantrip of your choice from the wizard spell list. Intelligence is your spell casting ability for it. Oh, so we get a free spell. That's kind of cool. Okay, maybe I will want to be an elf. Okay. Let me see. Extra language. You can speak, read, and write one extra language of your choice. See? So there's 2 free. That's kind of nice. That's cool. Now, that was all just for the elf. Believe it or not, that's it for the elf. We're on to wood elf. Wood elf is different. Okay. As a wood elf, you have keen senses and intuition, and your fleet feet carry you quickly and stealthily through your native forest. In the Forgotten Realms, wood elves, also called wild elves, green elves, or forest elves, are reclusive to the destruction of non elves. Wow, they're like feral. They're wild animals. They don't like anything that's not in their pact. Okay, so we're not going to be a wood elf because they're too uptight and have something stuck up their ass. Wood elf skin tends to be copperish in hue, sometimes with traces of green. Their hair tends in blacks, but but is occasionally blonde or copper colored. Copper colored would be really cool. Their eyes are green, brown, or hazel. Okay, so that's the features of a wood elf. Now, ability score increase. Your wisdom score is increased by 1. That I think that was the same as the. Oh no, the elf is by 2. This one's only by 1. Elf weapon training. You have proficiency with the long sword, short bow, and long bow. Ooh. Wow, nice. Fleet of foot. Your base walking speed increases to 35 feet. So that's 5 more feet than the other one. Mask of the Wild. You can attempt to hide when you are only lightly obscured by foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, mist, and other natural phenomena. In other words, so if any natural like thing, you're not going to be able to hide that well, but you can try. Halfling. Wow. Wood elf. That was it, guys. I guess that's the difference between the wood elf and the elf. So I think an elf is actually out for me. I want to be a witch. Where, the pointed hat. Witch would be cool. Okay, next one. Halfling. The comforts of home are the goals of most halflings. A place to settle in peace and quiet, far from marauding monsters and clashing armies. Marauding monsters and clashing armies. A blazing fire and a generous meal, fine drink and fine conversation. Though some halflings live out their days in remote agricultural communities, others form nomadic bands that travel constantly, lured by the open road and the wide horizon to discover the wonders of new lands and new peoples. And yes, there's an S at the end of peoples. It says peoples, not people. So, so a halfling would be considered like the black sheep of the family, pretty much is what I'm getting from that. Okay, small and practical. Oh well. Well, that kind of sucks. The diminutive halflings survive in a world full of larger creatures by avoiding notice or bearing that, avoiding offense. So a halfling, they're small and practical. But like I said, a halfling is actually black sheep. That's what I'm getting from that. And they, when they're out in public, they hide from everyone. Relatively harmless, and so have managed to survive for centuries in the shadow and empires and on the edges of war. Okay. Yeah. I'm not seeing the halfling thing. Okay. I don't want this pen anymore. Oh, I got hubby's pen. Let's try his pen. The only thing is, I don't like the aftertaste on his pen. It kind of sucks. Okay. I'm going to drink coffee first, too. I've got to smooth that throat out. Yeah, not bad. Oh, there's that aftertaste. Oh my god, it's so bad. That was gross. Sometimes I don't mind it. Other times it's really bad like that. So okay, I don't think I'll smoke it now. So I guess I'm gonna have to take a hit on my pipe. And then wait a little bit. But you know what? It's pretty damn good. I've gotten through elves. I've gotten through wood elf, an elf, a halfling. Oh, we didn't get through halflings. I'm still on the halflings. They're nomads. I think that's what you say, right? I think that's what they're called. Nomads. They're black sheeps. Okay. Oh, now I kind of feel bad if it says that. Okay, halflings like to wear practical clothes, favoring bright colors. Halflings particularly extend beyond their clothing. Oh, halflings' practicality expands beyond their clothing. They're concerned with basic needs and simple pleasures and have little use of ostentation. Yay, I think I pronounced that right. I'm not going to say I know, but I think I pronounced that right. Even the wealthiest of halflings keep their treasures locked in a cellar rather than a display for all to see. Oh, that actually makes sense. They have a knack for finding the most straightforward solutions to a problem and have little patience for dithering. 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 I have no idea what that word is. What is that word? Dithering. Well, I'm kind of curious. Dithering. Make sure I spelled that right. Where was it? Did you get off there? I don't want that. I want this. Well, that don't make sense. It's something for a computer. It's got to be another meaning. It says a technique in digital media that adds controlled noise or patterns to reduce the harshness of artifacts. So you know what? I just did all that, looked all that up. I can't find where I was. Okay, where did I leave? Where was that? Okay. Little patience, so yeah, I don't get that. Okay. But that's it on that. Next is kind and curious. Halflings are an affable and cheerful people. They cherish the bonds of family and friendships, as well as the comforts of hearth and home. Hearth and home. Even adventurers among them usually venture into the woods for reasons of community, friendship, wanderlust, and curiosity. They love discovering new things, even simple things, such as an exotic food or an unfamiliar style of clothing. Halflings are easily moved to pity and hate to see any living thing suffer. They are gen, generous, hap, happily sharing what they have even in lean times. Oh, that's kind of cute. I like that. I'd probably be better at read by number too. My eyes are like going from the top of the page down here, but I need to be in the middle of the page to continue. Your halfling character has the following traits: ability score increase. Your dexterity score is increased by 2. I guess intelligence wasn't in that one. Okay, age. A halfling reaches adulthood at the age of 20 and generally lives into the middle of his or her second century. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to answer that question in my head. Alignment. Most halflings are lawful good. As a rule, they are good hearted and kind, hate to see others in pain, and have no tolerance for oppression. They are also very orderly and traditional, leaning heavily on the support of their community and the comfort of their old ways. No, I like that. That's cute. Size. Halflings average about 3 feet tall and weigh about 40 pounds. Your size is small. Guess what? 3 feet tall and about 40 pounds. That's the size of my dog. That's Eva's size. She's 43 pounds and she's about 3 feet. That's funny. I'd be the size of my dog. Well, that'd be my kind of horse. Okay. Speed. Yours base speed is 25 feet. Okay, now that's shorter than an elf. The elf is at least 30 and 35 feet. The wood elf was 35 feet. The elf was 30. Now, halfling is 25. So I guess the shorter you get, the less you can walk. I didn't say it. Okay. Oh, you have a lucky category. When you roll a 1 on the D20 for an attack roll ability, for an attack roll ability check or saving throw, you can re-roll the die and must use the new roll. Well, the game just got confusing. I'm not even playing yet. But I guess that'll be explained later, right? After we figure out what character I want, we'll go back through and reread them. You know, like the high person I am. Wow, have I really been on here for almost an hour? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not ready to get off. I'm still going. I'm not getting off until I at least get a character and some more smoke time. Yes, I have to smoke again. Okay, we don't need the phone out. Okay. Okay, after Lucky. See, I remembered where I left off. I just had to find it on the page. And again. Okay, Brave. You have advantage on saving throws against being frightened. Okay. Halfling Nimbleness. You can move through the space of any creature than you. So anything over 3 feet tall. Of course, you can run faster than them. You just can't run for as long. Remember, they got 35 feet on your 25 feet. Okay, languages. You can speak languages. Wait. You can speak, read, and write Common and Halfling. What the hell is Common? Common language? What's the Common language? Is it English? I wonder. The Halfling language isn't secret, but Halflings are loath to share it with others. Wonder why? Because they get picked on too much. They write very little, so they don't have a rich body of literature. Their oral tradition, however, is very strong. Almost all halflings speak Common to converse with the people in whose lands they dwell or through which they are traveling. Well, that's understandable. I'd want to know the language of where I'm going to. Okay. Oh, I'm good. Get out of there. It's that word again. And I already wiped it out, so I don't know what it was. Wasn't it on the other page? Tithering. It was on this page. Okay. After languages, we got Shabrace. The two main kinds of halflings, Lightfoot and Stout, are more likely closely related families than true Shabraces. Choose one of these Shabraces and add its traits to your other racial traits. What the hell? At least the elf was simple. I understood that. Maybe I'll be an elf just because I can understand it. Nothing like choosing your character on something you can understand versus something you can't. Oh, but wouldn't that be fun if you chose something that you can't understand? That'd be interesting. That's where your imagination, I think, should come in. I think so. Okay. As a Lightfoot halfling, you can easily hide from notice, even using other people as cover. You're inclined to be especially affable. Okay. In the Forgotten Realms, Lightfoot halflings have spread the farthest and thus are the most common variety. Well, I guess that's it on that one. Okay. Ability score increase. Your charisma score increases by 1. A stout. It says as stout halfling, you're hardier than average. In the Forgotten Realms, these halflings are and they're most common in the south. Ability score increase. Your constitution score increases by 1. Oh, your constitutional rights. I guess they have to earn each one of theirs. Unlike us, we already have ours. Okay. Stout. Oh, this is the last one for halfling. Stout resilience. You have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage. Well, duh. Okay. Next one. Okay, so we've got halfling, which I can tell you right now, I'm not going to be a halfling. I'm not going to be a wood elf. And an elf is actually questionable right now. They're mean, but I don't know. We got to read on. Maybe I just want to be a human. Humans are fun. Okay. Oh, maybe I should do a segment on painting, but I think yeah, maybe I'll just go back and forth from this to that, and maybe by the end I'll know how to play Dungeons and Dragons. Wouldn't that be cool? I think that would be so cool. I'm just grabbing a different pen. See, it's warmer right through my curtain. Oh, at least it's not as cold as it when I had them over there by the window. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, that's going to take me a minute. Yep. Yay me! Right on, dude. Okay. Are we ready to get human? I'm ready to get human. Yeah. Human. In the reckonings of most worlds, humans are youngest of the common races. I'm just looking at my notifications, guys. Okay. Okay. They said it's bright here, just cloudy. You want to know why that is? It's because of all the fucking snow we got. Okay. Let's continue on with humans. Youngest of the common races. short-lived in comparison to dwarves, elves, and dragons. Oh, I wonder if I could be a dragon. That'd be cool. Perhaps it is because of their shorter lives that they strive to achieve as much as they can in the years they are given. Or maybe they feel they have something to prove to the elder species. That's why they build their. In other words, that's why they play D&D. That's what I get from that. Okay, whatever drives them, humans are the innovators, the achievers, and the pioneers of the world. Oh, that was a good hit. Okay, now variety in all things. That's still for humans, okay? Humans are the most adaptable and ambitious people among the common races. They have widely variety, tastes, morals, customs, and many different lands where they have settled. When they settle through, they stay. Where they settle, they stay. They build cities to last for ages. An individual human might have a relatively short lifespan, but a human nation or culture preserves traditions and institutions, temples, governments, libraries, and codes of law with the origins far beyond reach of any single human memory. They live fully in the present, making them well suited to the adventuring life, but also planned for the future, striving to leave a lasting legacy individually and as a group. Humans are adaptable, opportunists, and they stay alert to changing political and social dynamics. Wow. Okay. So, according to this, every human, it's like that saying it's not. Oh, I can't say that, I don't think. I'll just move on to traits. Human traits. Your human character has the following traits: ability score increase. Your ability score each increased by one. Okay, Elf is still on top with two, guys. Was it Elf that had two? I don't know. Oh, I don't know where it is. Hmm. Okay, the Wood Elf was one. Yes. Score is increased by two. Okay, so yeah, two. And a human is one. So it's equal to the tree elf, I think. They're just stubborn idiots. Mean and nasty. That's what the tree elf is, mean and nasty. And if they're doing the same as the human, then I guess humans are mean and nasty. Age. Humans reach adulthood in their late teens and live less than a century. Hmm. I know some humans that live longer than a century. And their adulthood is not in their teens, people. Come on. Oh, I guess it is. 18? That's when you reach adulthood, right? Here? So yeah, 18, that's still a teenager, I would think, even though you're an adult. It's like your transition. I don't know. Okay, alignment. Humans have to be aligned. And that's why they have chiropractors, right? Okay. Humans tend towards no particular alignment. The best and the worst are found among them. You could say that again. Size. Humans vary widely in height and build, from barely 5 feet to well over 6 feet. Regardless of your position and range, your size is medium. You're just medium. How do you like them apples? Your base walking speed is 30 feet. Oh, see? That's still more than an elf. Or was that more than the halfling? Because halfling was 25. Okay. You can speak, read, or write common in one extra language of your choice. Humans typically learn the languages of other people they deal with, including obscure dialects. They're fond of sprinkling their speech with words borrowed from other tongues, orc curses, elvish musical expressions, dwarvish military phrases, and so on. So humans just a copycat. Wow. See, humans are assholes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
You gotta watch making these people mad.
Nope. That's according to Dungeons and Dragons, humans are assholes. I can read it again if you'd like.
Nope.
We're not done yet though. Haha. Okay. Character classes. 5 classes. Bard,
Nope.
cleric, fighter, rogue, and wizard are presented here. See the player's handbook for expanded versions of these classes and for a whole other class. Ain't that what I'm in? Is the handbook? Oh, I'm in the rule book. Is that what that other book was? The handbook? Let me see. No, that says adventure. I know that goes in there because it matches the case. So I don't know what that is. Okay. Or it's just under that character in this book, maybe. Like further on down in the book. Okay. Whether poet, scarlet, or scoundrel, a bard weaves magic through words of music to inspire allies, demoralize foes, manipulate minds, and heal wounds. The bard is a master of song, speech, and magic they contain. Bards say that the multiverse was spoken into existence. Words of the gods gave it shape, and the echoes of the primordial words of creation still resound throughout the cosmos. The music of bards is an attempt to snatch and harness those echoes, subtly woven into their spells and powers. Yep, okay. Actually, I kind of like that. The inspirations of adventure. People are snow removing now. Rarely do bards settle in one place for long, and their desire to travel and find new tales to tell makes an adventurer career a natural calling. Every adventure is an opportunity to learn, practice a variety of skills, enter long forgotten tombs, discover lost words of magic, decipher old tomes, travel to strange places, or encounter exotic creatures. Bards love to accompany heroes to witness their deeds firsthand. Oh, in other words, seeing is believing. A bard who can tell an awe inspiring story from personal experience earns renown amongst other bards. Indeed, after telling so many stories about heroes accomplishing mighty deeds, many bards take these themes to heart and assume heroic roles themselves. Oh, so they become heroes. Sounds like a wanderer, don't it? Like a hitchhiker that just goes around, like hitchhikes on the back of people. Like you get a ride, them out. That's what it sounds like. Except for they're on the backs of heroes. Creating a bard. Okay, what's the story of your past? Were you an apprentice following another bard until you were ready to strike out on your own? Or did you attend a college where you studied bardic lore, practiced musical magic, perhaps were a runaway or an orphan befriended by a wandering bard who became your mentor? Or you might have been a noble child tutored by a master. Perhaps you stumbled into the clutches of a hag, making a bargain for a musical gift in addition to your life and freedom, but at what cost? Quick build. You can make a bard quickly by following these suggestions. First, charisma should be your highest ability score, followed by dexterity. Second, choose the entertainer background. Third, third, choose dancing lights and vicious mockery cantrips, along with the following first level spells: Charm Person, Detect Magic, Healing Word, and Thunder Wave. Okay. Class features. As a bard, you gain the following class features: hit points, hit dice, 1d8 per bard level. Hit points at first level, 8 plus your constitution modifier. Hit points at higher levels, 1d8 or 5 plus your constitution modifier per bard level after first. Oh, this is going to be fun, people. Proficiencies: armor, light armor, weapons, simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords. Tools, instruments of your choice. Saving throws: dexterity, charisma. Skills, choose any 3. Any 3 what? Oh, I guess we'll find that out, right? It's probably on the paper. You start with the following equipment in addition to the equipment granted by your background: rapier, longsword, or any simple weapon. Diplomat, entertainer's pack, a musical instrument, leather armor, and a dagger. Males and their dogs are going to bark in a second. Okay, spell casting, people. You have learned to reshape reality in harmony with your wishes and music. Your spells are part of your vast repertoire. Yeah, I don't need either one. Jonathan gets the one, and that's just garbage.
What's that?
Yeah. Junk mail, people. Okay, you have learned to reshape reality in harmony with your wishes and music. Your spells are part of your vast repertoire. Repertoire. Okay, repertoire. That's what it is. Your repertoire. Um, Magic that you can tune to different situations. See Chapter 4 for the general rules of spellcasting. Well, now we know where that is. Bard spell list. Oh, this is going to be cool. Here's the list of spells you consult spell. The list is organized by spell level, not character level. If a spell can be cast as a ritual, the ritual tag appears after the spell's name. See, okay, you know what? Did we already go over the choose a character? Creation stuff. Choose a race. This is on page 7. Why didn't I see that earlier? No, I did because that's where I started, right? Yeah, that's where the race is dwarf. Did I read about the dwarfs, guys? No, I don't think I did. I think I went right to elves. Long memory, long grudges. 400 years old. Clans and kingdoms. Gods, gold, and clan. Oh, yes, I did, I think. Huh. I might want to be a dwarf. Or am I going to stick with an elf or human? I think that's. Okay, so I got to pick one of them. So, how many races are there? I should say it, right? Page 7. Races. Oh, maybe not. Okay. I don't know what the bard is then. Cleric, bard, colleges, cleric. Wow. Whew. Okay. So first we have to choose a race. It doesn't say how many races there are. So we got dwarf, elf, halfling, human, okay, the bard is a character thing from a human. Class features, okay. Sting. You have learned to reshape reality into harmony. Okay, I can't look at any of that. I gotta find. Jack of all trades, son of Perez, Bard College. Okay, next one we have is a cleric. So there's 5 different ones right now. Between immortal, clerics are intermediaries between the mortal world and the distant planes of the gods. As varied as the gods, they serve clerics. They serve. Clerics strive to embody the handiwork of their deities and are imbued with magic. They have healers and warriors. They have divine agents. Creating class features, hit points, 1. I think the D is for dice. 1 8-sided dice per cleric level. So 8 plus your constitution multiplier. 1d8 or 5 plus your constitution modifier per cleric level after first. Equipment, spellcasting. Okay, divine domain. Destroy undead ability. Okay, divine domain would be the next one after the cleric part of the human. Oh, cleric was different than human, I think. Then you have a fighter. Class features on the fighter. War domains. Oh, you get an extra attack on that one. Beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. Oh. Okay, and then we got a rogue. Rogues rely on skill, stealth, and their foes' vulnerabilities to get the upper hand in any situation. They have a knack for finding the solution to just about any problem, demonstrating a resourcefulness and a versatility that is cornerstone of any successful adventuring party. Okay. Oh, they even got thieves one in that one. Oh, creating a wizard. Wizard is the next one. Yay. Okay, that's the one I wanted to see. It's definitely the one I want to see. Guess what? It's time to smoke again. Can you tell how bored I am? Should I go back and just keep reading the way I was so then you guys know everything? But I don't want to do that. I'm trying to, after I find a character, then I can read all the stuff in that character. I think that's what I want to do. Wizard. Drawing on subtle weave of magic that permeate the cosmos, wizards cast spells of explosive fire, arcing lightning, subtle deception, and brute force mind control. Ooh. Oh, Wizard has a lot of pages. I see a lot of read. Okay, now we have an acolyte. Get life in the service temple to a god of. No, we don't. That's still part of the wizard. Oh, that's the background to the wizard. Oh, next one is, oh, you could be a criminal. The next character is a criminal. You are an experienced criminal and still have contacts within the criminal world. Hmm. Skill proficiencies, deception and stealth. Tool proficiencies, one type of gaming set, thieves' tools. Equipment, a crowbar and a set of dark common clothes, including a hood and a pouch containing 15 GPs. I don't know, gold pieces maybe? Oh. And then we go to an entertainer. You thrive in front of an audience. You know how to enhance them, amuse them, and even inspire them. Whatever techniques you use, your art is your life. Skill proficiencies, acrobatic performances, tool proficiencies, disguise kit, one type of musical instrument. Okay. Equipment, a musical instrument, one of your choice, a favor of an admirer, love letter, lock of hair, or a trinket, a costume, and a pouch containing 50 GP. There's got to be gold pieces. I'm kind of positive it is now. Okay, what's the next one? Oh, next one's a soldier, guys. War has long been your life. You might have been part of a national army or a mercenary company, or perhaps a member of the local military. Um, Militia. That's what it is. When you choose this background, work with your DM to determine which military organization you are part of, how far through it ranks your progressed, ranks your progress, you progress. How many ranks you've progressed. Wow, yeah, see, I think all that shit's kicking in now, guys. Um, I already lost my spot. All because I looked up. Uh, and what kind of experiences you had during your military career. Okay, skill proficiency, athletic, intimidation. In other words, you're a fucking bully. Okay, that's all that means. One type of gaming set. And land vehicles. I wonder if that means you have more than one land vehicle. I don't know what it means by gaming set, but I guess we'll find that out. Okay, equipment. An insignia of rank, a trophy taken from a fallen enemy, a dagger, broken blade, or piece of banner, a set of a set of bone dice or deck of cards, a set of common clothes, and a pouch containing 10 gold pieces. Oh, guess what? That was the last character. So am I going to want to be a soldier, a criminal, an entertainer,
By a cook.
a wizard,
A cook.
a rogue, a fighter, that's right, humans took on a cleric, human, halfling, elf, and dwarf. Okay, so which one do I want? Guys, I don't know what I want to be. Should we just do a criminal? Maybe a criminal. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I'll be a bad guy. I'm kind of thinking towards clerics. I think it's too much for the wizard, so guess what? Wizard's out. See, I don't want to be a human. I think I want to be the cleric. No, I don't think I want to be that now either. I don't want to be a halfling. We already said that. Maybe just an elf. Or did we say no on that? I don't want to be the entertainer either. So many pages on that one. On the human one. Oh, I think I forgot an accolade. You have spent your life in the services of a temple to a god or a pantheon. You perform sacred rites in order to conduct worshippers into the presence of the divine. You aren't necessarily a cleric. Performing sacred rites isn't the same thing as channeling divine power. Choose a god, a pantheon, or some other being, and work with your DM, dungeon master. I think that's what the DM is, right? Yeah. A real boy, be a cook, a real boy. There wasn't a cook in here. And Pinocchio wasn't in here either. Nature, religious spirit. Okay, I don't think maybe I'll just be a soldier. I don't want to be a soldier. But that was the last one, was a soldier. Okay, so that one's definitely out. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be a dwarf. How do you like them apples? I'm a dwarf, guys. It just took me over an hour and a half to figure that out. Okay, so we figured out I'm going to be a dwarf. Now we go back to how to play. Okay. Oh, we still have to do that, huh? Yes. Game overview. In the D&D game, each player creates a character who is an adventurer and teams up with other adventurers played by friends. Um, One player, however, takes on the role of the dungeon master, the game's lead storyteller and referee. The DM runs adventures from the characters who navigate its hazards and decide which paths to explore. The DM describes the locations of the creatures that the adventurers face, and the players decide what they want their characters to do. Then the DM determines the results of the adventurers' actions and then narrates. Oh, damn it, now I lost my spot again. But I guess it's worth it. Another hit. Yay.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep, that was good. Oh, wow. Drinky drink. Okay. The DM determines the results of the adventurer's actions and narrates what they experience. Because the DM can improvise to react to anything the players attempt, D&D is infinitely flexible. Wish I was flexible. Oh my god, can you imagine? And each adventure can be unexpected. Here's an example of DM describing a scene with two players responding. Okay, Dungeon Master. The castle stands amongst the trees, the crumbled ruins of 7 round towers, jutting up from it like broken teeth. Yeah, see, somebody had a clerical error. So my reading's not okay. My reading sucks, especially when I'm high. An archway littered with twisted shards of rusted metal grapes open at the top of the short flight of steps. 2 of the towers, speckled with dark arrow slits, loom beside the entryway, and a dark hall yawns beyond. Okay, one player, Philip. He's a cleric. Let's stand the rogue. Let's send the rogue up ahead to look in and make sure it's safe. Amy, who is the rogue. Okay, I'll move to the side and sneak along the wall of the tower until I can peer in through the entrance. Game rules give. Okay. All right, Amy, let's see how sneaky you are. Make a dexterity check. With my stealth skill, right? You bet. Rolling a d20. I'm pretty sneaky. That's a 17. Okay, there's no sign that anyone notices you, and you're looking inside. Well, how do you come to that conclusion? Game ends only when your group decides it does. When one story or quest wraps up, another one can begin. Okay, so in other words, it goes on and on and on. How to play. Okay. Okay, DM describes the environment. We already got that from over there. The players describe what they want to do. Sometimes one player speaks for the whole party, saying We'll take the East door, for example. Other times, different adventurers do different things. One adventurer might search a treasure chest, while a second examines a I don't know what that word is, symbol engraved on the wall. As some kind of symbol engraved on the wall. He checks out. The players don't need to take turns, but the DM listens to every player and decides how to resolve those actions. Sometimes resolving the task is easy. If an adventurer wants to walk across the room and open a door, the DM might just say the door opens and describes what lies beyond, but the door might be locked. The floor might hide a deadly trap, or some other circumstances might make it challenging for an adventurer to complete a task. Besides, what happens often relies on the roll of the dice to determine the results of their actions. Okay, DM narrates the results. Game dice. The game uses polyhedral dice with different numbers of sides. And the rules, the different dice are. Why am I still? I'm supposed to be picking a character. Okay. Choose a race. I was a dwarf. Okay. Oh, I got to choose a class of dwarf. I got to find the dwarf. I think that was 7, right? Yes. Okay, dwarf traits. So either I want to be a hill dwarf or mountain dwarf. Okay, a hill dwarf. As a hill dwarf, you have keen senses, deep intuition, and remarkable resilience. The gold dwarfs of the Forgotten Realms are hill dwarfs. Ability score increase. Your wisdom score increases by 1. Dwarf toughness. Your hit point maximum increases by 1 and increases by 1 every time you gain a level. Okay, mountain dwarf. As a mountain dwarf, you're strong and hardy, accustomed to a different life in rugged terrain. You're probably on the tall side for a dwarf and tend toward lighter colorations. The shield dwarfs of the north in the Forgotten Realms are mountain dwarfs. Your strength scoring. Did I freeze? Oh, I guess I'm going to end the stream. Hey, I think I did it. I think I hooked back in. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's because I haven't touched, my cursor or something. See? I'm a real girl. Yay. It took me over an hour and 45 minutes to realize I'm a real girl. Okay, but now that I learned something new about the computer, I think that's it. I'll continue this another time. Maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Keep an eye out. Love you.